Hey, American Eagle, now do black and brown women. Because black and brown women also have great genes that they inherit from their parents. Did you know that?
What are you doing,
Hey, American Eagle, now do black and brown women. Because black and brown women also have great genes that they inherit from their parents. Did you know that? They also have butts that look really good in genes as well.
Oh boy. All right, let's talk about this whole Sweeney thing.
I'm not really telling you my convictions. My definitely won't say the most comfortable to him.
Listen, Amanda, you can do all the ass kissing you want in the world. They're still not going to invite you to the barbecue. I think that's one of the things that where I think America as a whole starting to, they get to that point of not giving a fuck, because the pandering just looks so weak and pathetic. The fact that like you try so hard to appease a group of people that just would stomp the fuck out of you in a street brawl. Like, you don't get it, dude. Like, this is why this ad is so prevalent, right? Is the fact that for so long it was a shame to be white. It was a shame to be a white person, because like a pretty white person on top of that, because they got no problem promoting dudes as women. They have no problem promoting like the most unhinged looking, pussy hat wearing, nose ring bearing, pronoun in the bio type of chick. Like, they would promote that as white culture. They're okay with that, the ugliness. But as soon as you come across as something that looks decent, sexy, and like that's not ugly, you have a problem with that. Like, why is that? Why is it so, like, you feel so threatened by just a regular average white chicks that try to use her sex appeal to sell some fucking merchandise? Like, dude, it's not that big of a deal.
Stop it. Get some help.
When Beyonce did it, you ain't got no problem with that, which are, she showed some cleavage, just like Sweeney did. When all these other broads did it, nobody have a fucking problem with it. I mean, shit, but for some reason, you see a white girl, mind you, she really ain't got no ass, right? But it's like, you guys are so offended by what men considered beautiful. That's all it is. That's what it is, right? Because I've seen the goalposts being moved so many times, countless of time, as to why you guys hate this freaking ads, right? The first one was like, oh, she's taking women back by using sex to sell ads, which is bullshit, because plenty of time you guys use sex to sell your crap, right? The feminist march, what do you guys call it? I forgot, like, free the nipple, right? That's you using your sexuality to, I guess, to get the attention of a cause that you deem worthy. I had no problem with that. I mean, it's like, I think it comes down to anything that a man feels that is beautiful, that is enticing, anything like that you have a problem with. So it's not the fact that you guys are anti-Sweeney. You guys are anti-men. And therefore, anything that a woman does that is pleasant towards a woman, you have a problem with that. That's why you have all these type of nicknames like, pick me's and, this and that. And that, bro, it's not that big of a deal. You guys are stretching it out to the point now y'all looking ridiculous. But let's continue with what she has to say.
But they don't have to fit their butts into American Eagle jeans. And I realize that the point of the ads, if we're all understanding them correctly, is that you're trying to point in the direction away from black and brown women, right? See, here's the thing. There's women like me out there.
What do you mean, like, they try to point away from black and brown women? Like, dude, for the past decade or so, all y'all been doing is actually just like try to push this crap from people. It's like, you have to accept whatever. Dude, it's their company, it's their ads. They have a target demographic. They try to attract that target demographic, and then they chose someone that will be able to attract that said target demographic. If, let's say, Lizzo on that pair of American jeans worked, they would have hired Lizzo. If Modeni, was, would have been profitable for them, they would have put him on a dress or in them jeans, stuff like that. But no, because they were not profitable, every time that they touch turns into dust. That's why it says, everything that turns woke turn to shit. So then they try to go back to basic. They try to go back to what works. And if it happens to be a male gaze, so the fuck be it. Men are the ones spending the money on these broads anyway. So what the fuck is the problem?
The white women who give a fuck. And the white women who had their mother spend a substantial amount of money at your place of establishment whenever I was a cunt of a teenager back in the day. Okay?
Yes, you were a cunt of a teenager back in the days. Now you are a cunt of an adult today.
And now I'm a mom. And now I will not be spending a fucking dime if she ever asked me to go there. Hell no.
No. My body, my choice.
Okay.
The left side of a woman's brain, there is nothing right. And on the right side of a woman's brain, there is nothing left.
So maybe, unless you want to become the next target, do black and brown women too.
And I'm pretty sure if a black and brown woman, is gonna be able to help them sell their product, they would do it, right? But oh my God, look at that fucking eye. You know what? God bless your husband, if you have one, for dealing with you. God damn, look at that ass. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. You know who it is. I'm your host, The Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.
If anyone from American Eagle who was involved in the creation of Sydney Sweeney's most recent advertisement booked into my Pilates class, I would give them the hardest exercise class that I was capable of doing on the lightest possible spring load with 0 breath cues. And I would make it the toughest exercise class that they'd ever experienced in their lives.